Welcome viewers, you're now watching Hornbill TV's Morning Pulse. In the aviation sector, Indigo Airlines has been fined ₹20 lakh by the Director General of Civil Aviation for not using qualified simulators during pilot training at Category C aerodromes. The airline's parent company, Interglobe Aviation, confirmed the penalty but said it plans to contest the payment order. The company also clarified that the development will have no material impact on its operation. Interglobe further stated that the delay in disclosing the DGCA's September 26 order it was due to an internal communication issue. On the markets, Indigo shares closed at 5,630.50 on the NSE, down by 33.50 or 0.59%. Meanwhile, a recent DGCA report shows that Indigo continues to dominate India's aviation market, holding a 64.2% share, followed by Air India at 27.3%. In Bihar, IJD leader Tejasvi Yadav is likely to contest from 2 assembly seats in the upcoming state election. According to sources, one of the constituencies will be Rangopur, his family's stronghold, while the other in Phulparas in Madhubani district. Phulparas is currently represented by Sheila Kumari of Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's Janata Dal United. In the last election, Congress candidate Kripanath Pathak was the runner-up, losing by around 11,000 votes. The seat has remained a JDU stronghold since 2010, and a win for Tejasvi here would be marked a significant setback for the ruling party while giving a major boost to the RJD's morale. Political observers say that while established parties in Bihar have often diminished Tejasvi as a political maverick, his move to contest from 2 constituencies could be seen by the NDA camp as a strategic contingency plan. Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha on Wednesday said that the proposed next generation goods and services tax reforms will bring major relief to the common people by simplifying the tax structure and making the system more transparent. Addressing a workshop on benefits from next generation GST, Mukt Dara auditorium in Agartala, Dr. Saha said the decision to reduce the number of GST slabs from 5 to marks a significant pro-people reform. The Chief Minister added that the upcoming reforms will help strengthen the economy and make the taxation process more citizen-friendly. Dr. Saha also underlined that India's economy has witnessed steady growth since the introduction of GST, reflecting the success of the country's tax unification policy. He said Tripura is working in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of building Viksit Bharat by 2047.
Pro-people, মানুষ বান্ধব একটা ডিসিশন আমি বলবো না মানে কত রকমের ট্যাক্স আমি তো বললাম আপনাদের কত রকমের ট্যাক্স কত অসুবিধা হতো কাম্বারসাম অবস্থা একটা জটিল অবস্থার মধ্যে থেকে বেরিয়ে আসে সিম্পলিফাইড হয়ে বলে মানুষ কিন্তু বুঝতে পারে আজকে এখানে দুদিনের যে এখানের যে ওয়ার্কশপ হবে এখানে আপনাদের মধ্যে অনেক উপস্থিত থাকবেন এবং নিশ্চয়ই প্রশ্নগুলো আপনারা করবেন দেখবেন when you know the subject then it is very simple if you don't know it is very complicated just like math করে নিলে very good this math I can do it I can do this sum very nicely তো আজকে আমার মনে হয় 2 দিনের যে এই ধরনের এখন মনে হয় পরেও হয়তো এই ধরনের ওয়ার্কশপ হবে তো এতে করে আমাদের নিশ্চয়ই আপনাদের লাভ হবে এবং এটার মেইন যে উদ্দেশ্য সেটা হচ্ছে কনজিউমার ইজ এট দ্য সেন্টার অফ দিস রিফর্ম এই যে রিফর্ম যে হলো ইট ইজ মেইনলি টার্গেটেড দ্য জেনারেল পিপুল এট লার্জ ইফ আই এম নট রং এখানে বিজনেসম্যানরা তো মিডিয়া মাঝখানে আলটিমেটলি তো জেনারেল পিপুলের সুবিধা হবে নিশ্চয়ই এখানে এখন যেহেতু 5% করে দিয়েছে 18% করেছে তো যে মুনাফা তাদের লাগাতে হতো আজকে যে বিজনেসের জিনিস আনতে গেলে তাদের টার্নওভার অনেক বেশি এখন যেহেতু 2% তাদের অন্য বিষয়েও এই টাকাটা কাজে লাগাতে পারে এটা খুবই ভালো এবং এটাও দেখা গেছে ফাইন্যান্স মিনিস্ট্রি থেকে হোয়াট ফাইন্যান্স মিনিস্ট্রি হ্যাভ স্টাডিড দে হ্যাভ সিন দ্যাট অ্যাট লিস্ট 4% saved because of this GST.
Tripura Finance Minister Pranajit Singha Roy, who was also present at the workshop, described the initiative as a step towards achieving a more efficient and inclusive GST regime. Finance Secretary Apurva Roy and senior officials of the state's taxation and finance departments were among those who attended the event.
কোনো সেক্টর বাদ দিয়ে যেখানে তার থেকে সুযোগ আসবে না মানুষের, কিন্তু পাশাপাশি প্রধানমন্ত্রী একটা লক্ষ্য তো আছে যে দেশের মধ্যে টোটাল যে এই দেশীয় পণ্য যে আজকে আমার যারা এই যে ক্রয় ক্ষমতা যারা পারচেস এই ক্যাপাসিটি যাদেরকে বেড়ে গেছে অটোমেটিক্যালি কি হবে তাদের মধ্যে আরো বেশি কিছু কেনা আরো বেশি করে তাদের খরচ করার মতো তাদের অ্যাবিলিটি আসছে এবং এতে যারা দেশীয় পণ্য যারা এই যে প্রধানমন্ত্রী যে আমাদের স্লোগান যে দেশীয় পণ্যের প্রতি প্রত্যেককে সেখানে এই সবাই করে সবাই যদি ব্যবহার করে তো কি হবে আজকে যদি ক্রয় ক্ষমতা বাড়ে আমরা দেশীয় পণ্য তার উৎপাদন বৃদ্ধি হবে দেশীয়
After the United States included Pakistan in the USD 41.6 million portion of a broader USD 41.6 billion contract for AIM 120C8 and AIM 120D3 AMRAAM missiles aimed at upgrading Pakistan's F-16 fleet as part of support for over 30 allies with deliveries by 2030, defense expert Captain Anil Gore said that this AIM 120 missiles being given to Pakistan should be seen as a larger contest because the contract has been given to the company and they are supplying it to all their NATO allies. He, however, said India should overthink it because it has taken all necessary steps against this and the other missiles while Air Force is quite capable of countering them. Major General Dr. G.D. Bakshi, however, cautioned that this clearly shows that America is now on the verge of becoming an enemy of India. It is not only selling these missiles to Pakistan but also to Saudi Arabia. And furthermore, given the pact between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, it's possible that the Saudis might transfer some of these missiles to Pakistan during a conflict.
20 air-to-air missiles from US. How do you see this?
See, this AIM 120 missiles being given to Pakistan should be seen in a larger context because the contract has been given to the company and they are supplying it to all their NATO allies. And this missile is very, very compatible with the F-16s that are the standard NATO aircraft that is being used. So Pakistan is also getting a share of it. And this missile has also earlier was also with Pakistan because in 2019 this was used by an F-16 to shoot down the MiG-21 flown by Wing Commander Abhinandan. And India had objected to it and also shown the remnants of the missile to US because US specifically states that to use these US equipment against any country, they have to first take prior permission, which Pakistan had not taken. So it seems now that since the US policy is changing and they are giving it to all their things, so I think it is okay. We should not think too much about it because we have taken all necessary steps against this and against the other missiles that are there. Our Air Force is quite capable enough to counter them.
Sir, Air Force Chief said planning by the Indian.
सर पाकिस्तान अमेरिका से AI-120 मिसाइल लेने के लिए बातें चल रही है क्या है मिसाइल और कितना फायदा इससे अमेरिका पाकिस्तान को हो सकता है
देखिए पाकिस्तान की F-16 फाइटर फ्लीट है उस पर ऑलरेडी कोई 500 उनके पास AM-120C जो है आराम एयर टू एयर मिसाइल्स बियॉन्ड विजुअल रेंज याद रहे कि ये उसने शूट डाउन किए इस्तेमाल किए थे जब झड़प हुई थी हमारे MiG-21 से जिसमें कि विंग कमांडर अभिनंदन अब ग्रुप कैप्टन अभिनंदन को वीर चक्र प्राप्त हुआ था उस एंगेजमेंट में उन्होंने आराम चलाए थे तब हमारे पास BVRs अभी तक नहीं आए थे एयरफोर्स में और हम लोग वो पुरानी डॉग फाइट टैक्टिक्स पे चल रहे थे और हमको नुकसान उठाना पड़ा लेकिन अब हमारे पास बड़े अच्छे BVRs आ गए हैं मीटियोर वगैरह है फ्रांस का जो कि ज़्यादा रेंज है आराम से अब देखिए जो रेंज है वो बहुत क्रिटिकल हो गई है जैसे कि PL-15E एक्सपोर्ट वर्जन जो चाइनीज मिसाइल है एयर टू एयर BVR उसकी रेंज कोई 145 किलोमीटर है लेकिन जो ओरिजिनल है उसकी रेंज 200 से 300 किलोमीटर है तो बहुत फर्क पड़ जाता है निर्णायक हो जाता है एयर टू एयर फाइटिंग के अंदर कि भाई आपको देखे बगैर रडार पिकअप कर लेगा और शूट डाउन कर लेगा बियॉन्ड विजुअल रेंज यानी दोनों आमने सामने नहीं आएंगे, एक दूसरे को देख नहीं पाएंगे और वो लड़ाई का फैसला हो चुका होगा। इसलिए BVR की रेंज का होना बहुत जरूरी है। हमारे भी आकाश 1, आकाश 2 और अब आकाश 3 आ रहा है जो कि 300 to 400 किलोमीटर का होगा। लेकिन ये जो है बिल्कुल साफ जाहिर कर रहा है कि पाकिस्तान दुश्मनी पे जाहिर के ये जो अमेरिका है ये भारत से बिल्कुल अब दुश्मनी लेने के कागार पे आ गया है। ना सिर्फ उसने ये मिसाइल पाकिस्तान को बेचे हैं, उसने सऊदी अरेबिया को भी बेचे हैं और अब ये जो दोनों के बीच में संधि हुई है उससे ये भी हो सकता है कि वो कुछ लड़ाई के टाइम ट्रांसफर कर दे पाकिस्तान को। हमको ये भी मद्देनजर रखना होगा और बहुत इस पे केयरफुल रहना होगा। ये ठीक है, हम इससे डील कर लेंगे क्योंकि हमारे पास अब इससे ज़्यादा लंबी रेंज के मिसाइल्स हैं, लेकिन अमेरिका की जो इंटेंशन है वो सवालिया निशान है। भारत को लेकर उसके इरादे ठीक नहीं है।
Mastercard's division president of South Asia, Gautam Agarwal, has emphasized India's growing importance of the global digital payment landscape. Speaking about the company's long-standing presence, Agarwal said Mastercard had been operating in India for over 4 decades and currently employs nearly 10,000 people across the country. He said India had become a key development hub for Mastercard, contributing solutions for global markets. Agarwal noted that multiple payment systems, including UPI cards and cash, will continue to coexist, each serving a unique purpose for users. Highlighting Mastercard's investment strategy, he recalled early stakes in Indian fintechs such as Razorpay, Pine Labs, and MU Sigma. Agarwal said such minority investment reflect Mastercard's deep and ongoing commitment to India's fintech ecosystem.
Coexisting. So listen, we've been in this country for 40 years. So in 40 years, we've promoted digital payments for a very, very long time. We've been in this business globally for 50 years. So India is a very important market for us. We have roughly 10,000 people in this country. We are doing a lot of development in India for the world, for all the solutions that we are taking. And the way I look at UPI and MasterCard sort of coexisting, card rails and payment rails outside of cards have a role to play. They all have a different role to play. You know, cash continues to remain in the system, UPI will continue to remain in the system, cards will remain in the system. So I think they will all coexist. The users will find which is the payment rail that is most convenient to them. So that's the way I look at it. But our commitment to India has been there for 40-45 years. In fact, a lot of stuff that we've done last year and this year at GFF are launches that we're doing out of India for the first time for global products. So that's really how we look at India.
We can talk about some minority or some crucial investments in the sector of this kind of thing.
So I think
Razorpay and Pine Labs.
Yeah, so I was about to talk about Razorpay. We were one of the early investors in Razorpay almost 10-11 years ago. Then we did a stake in Pine Labs maybe 3-4 years ago now. And then there were a few others, MU Sigma and others along the way, and a few others that we've invested. So minority investment remains one of the way that we are sort of committing to the country. Now, having said that, we are very selective in minority investments because it has to make sense for our larger business to do a minority investment. But if I look at what we have done in the last maybe a decade or so, we've probably invested in about 10-11 companies in India alone through multiple channels of ours. So one is through our business directly out of India, and then we also have an accelerator called the Mastercard Start Path program, which is really where a lot of other investments have come through.
Personally, how do you think about these kind of platforms like GFF, all the kind of fintech companies and other companies who are directly or indirectly connected to fintech are coming on same states, and it's giving a full ecosystem of the...
See, I don't want to say GFF is still emerging. It's an emerged sort of platform today. A few years ago, it was an emerging platform that was giving the role of India. It was showing the role of India to the entire world, what we can do in this ecosystem. I think it's solved for that purpose, and it's not really serving that. It is serving that purpose, but that's not what it is meant to do now. I think now the idea of GFF is for allowing smaller companies, smaller fintechs to come in and showcase what they're doing and really show to the world how it is done. So to me, these platforms are important, but they have to keep evolving in the purpose that they are serving. I think now it is not about telling the world that we are there. It's more about telling the world how more we can do.
6 persons died and 2 injured in a fire accident in a cracker manufacturing unit in Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Konasima district on Wednesday. Police suspect that the accident could have occurred due to mishandling and the cracker's manufacturing unit. Dr. Ambedkar, Konasima district superintendent of police said that cracker's manufacturing unit was a licensed one.
స్థానిక జిల్లా కలెక్టర్ అంటే సీఎం చంద్రబాబు ఆదేశాల మేరకు వీళ్ళంతా కూడా ఘటనా స్థలానికి వెళ్తున్నారు. అధికారులు ఇమీడియట్గా స్పాట్కి వెళ్ళి అక్కడ ఘటనకి సంబంధించి ప్రమాదానికి సంబంధించి తీవ్రతను అంతా పరిశీలించాలి. ఆసుపత్రిలో
యూనిట్ హోల్సేల్ అండ్ సేల్స్ జరుగుతుంది ఈ యూనిట్లో, ఈ ప్లేస్లో. సో మనకి ఇక్కడ డ్యూరింగ్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ ప్లేస్లో ఓనర్తో పాటు ఒక 5గురు ఇక్కడ చనిపోయారు ఆ ఇన్సిడెంట్లో. అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఒక 4 మెంబర్స్ సివియర్లీ ఇంజూర్ అయ్యారు. అందులో ఒక 1 or 2 మెంబర్స్ని కాకినాడ ట్రస్ట్ హాస్పిటల్కి పంపించడం జరిగింది. మిగతా వాళ్ళకి కొన్ని మైనర్ ఇంజరీస్తో దే అగైన్ సెంట్ టు జీజీహెచ్ కాకినాడ. సో ఈ ఈవెంట్ ఇస్ అ సెకండ్ ఈవెంట్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ అరౌండ్ 2 weeks బ్యాక్. 1 incident టుక్ ప్లేస్ ఇన్ నాయనవెల్లి. సో యాక్చువల్లీ మనకు మొత్తం జిల్లాలో సో మనకి జిల్లాలో కోనసీమ జిల్లాలో మొత్తానికి 37 ఇలాంటి యూనిట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అందులో కొన్ని మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్, ఒక 17 ఏమో ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్గా మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్, అండ్ ఒక 15 మాత్రం మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ కమ్ హోల్సేల్ జరిగే యూనిట్స్ అన్నమాట. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఆల్మోస్ట్ 2 weeks బ్యాక్ దీన్ని ఆల్రెడీ ఇన్స్పెక్ట్ చేశారు. అంటే ఈ ఇన్సిడెంట్లో కూడా మనకు తెలిసింది ఏంటంటే ఆల్రెడీ రెవెన్యూ, పోలీస్ అండ్ ఫైర్ నుంచి ఆల్రెడీ ఒక 2 weeks బ్యాక్ ఇన్స్పెక్షన్స్ జరిగాయి. అంటే ఇక్కడ వచ్చి విజిట్ చేసిన తర్వాత కూడా యాజ్ పర్ నార్మ్స్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. సో అంటే యాక్చువల్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద కాజ్ ఆఫ్ రీజన్ అనేది ఇంకా ఎఫ్ఎస్ఎల్ టీమ్ వచ్చి కన్ఫర్మ్ చేస్తారు. ఆల్రెడీ ఎస్పీ గారు ఆల్రెడీ క్లియర్గా వాళ్ళకి ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. అండ్ విజయవాడ నుంచి ఎఫ్ఎస్ఎల్ టీమ్స్ అరైవ్ అయిన తర్వాత విత్ ఇన్ ఎ స్పాన్ ఆఫ్ 2 or 3 days ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ కాజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ ఏంటి అనేది మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. సో రైట్ నో ఇక్కడ ఉన్న నార్మ్స్ ప్రకారం చూసుకుంటే మనకి ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ వాట్ ఎవర్ మనకి ఫైర్ టెండర్స్ కావచ్చు, ఫైర్ ఎక్స్టింగ్విషర్స్ కావచ్చు, మనకి సేల్ యూనిట్కి, మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ యూనిట్కి ఎంత దూరం ఉండాలి.
West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Wednesday launched scathing attack on Union Home Minister Amit Shah and said that Shah is ex-League and acting Prime Minister. She stated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi knows everything and advised him not to trust Amit Shah always, saying that Shah will be his Mir Zafar one day. On Cuttack violence, she said BJP and Bajrang Dal will finish the country and blame it on Amit Shah.
कटक भी आज जल रहा है. देखो कैसे हमला हुआ, कैसे कम्युनल राइट्स किया है, बीजेपी पार्टी ने खुद किया है. बजरंग दल क्या सब नाम है मेरे को पता भी नहीं है. ये लोगों को पास ये देश को खत्म कर देगा ये लोग. आई एम सॉरी टू से, आई हैव सीन सो मेनी गवर्नमेंट बट आई हैव नेवर सीन दिस टाइप ऑफ एरोगेंट and dictator government. They should remember today they are in power, tomorrow may not be. Nothing is permanent. मीटिंग करके उसको लीडर आके बोलता है बंगाल में हम कয়েক लाख वोट का नाम बांट देंगे. आप कहिए अभी नेचुरल कैलामिटीज, रेनी सीजन, फेस्टिवल, इसमें 15 दिन का अंदर ऐसा या थोड़ा ही होता है, सबको नाम तुलना पड़ेगा. ये क्या सोचता है ये लोग? बीजेपी का पार्टी का कमीशन होगा न, कमीशन फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक राइट्स, सिविक राइट्स ऑफ द पीपुल होगा. ये पूरा अमित शाह का खेल है. उन्होंने तो एक्टिंग प्राइम मिनिस्टर का मामूलिक काम करते हैं, बट प्राइम मिनिस्टर नोज एवरीथिंग. आई एम सॉरी टू से, वी कैन रिक्वेस्ट द प्राइम मिनिस्टर, डोंट ट्रस्ट अमित शाह ऑलवेज. एक दिन वो आपका बड़ा मिर्जाफर हो जाएगा, पहले से ख्याल कीजिए. मॉर्निंग शोज कर दे. थैंक यू सो मच.
At the 9th edition of the India Mobile Congress IMC 2025, Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia highlighted India's focus on maintaining high telecom standards and affordable services. He said that the Department of Telecommunication reviews data from all 4 telecom service providers every month, setting international benchmark for cost and quality and ensuring smooth mobile number portability, which is also known as MNP, over 1.2 billion customers. On telecom tariffs, India noted that the sector is deregulated and pricing decisions are left to the industry. He added that India now offers the lowest voice and data rates globally, with voice rates dropping from 0.50 paise per minute 11 years ago to 0.3 paise. and data rates falling from 287 per GB to just 9 per GB, less than 5% of international coast. He said that this puts India on track to become the data capital of the world.
And available to all. And in fact, within DOT, on a monthly basis, as I mentioned to you, in terms of ensuring quality of service, we put together now international benchmarks with a glide path to even strengthen and tighten those benchmarks. And on a monthly basis, all the 4 TSPs are presenting their data to DOT and to TRAI. And we are looking at that in terms of, and one of the parameters that we are looking at is MNP, mobile number portability, and there should be no hindrance or no inconvenience to any of our 1.2 billion customers who want to port from one service to the other.
But do you believe the industry needs another round of tariff hikes?
That's not for me to decide. That is for industry to decide. It is a deregulated sector. And that is going to be the choice of industry. I do believe that the economies of scale argument have worked hugely in favor of India, in favor of our consumers, in favor of our telcos. You have in India today the lowest voice rate, which has fallen from 0.50 paise 11 years ago to 0.03 paise per minute today. You have in India today the lowest data rate in the world, from 287 rupees per GB to 9 rupees a GB. You translate that, we're talking about 11 cents against a world average of $2.49 per GB. So India is operating at less than 5% of international data costs. India, through this capability, should become and will become the data capital of the world. Thank you very much.
That's all for now. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.